Hello, we're already hanging on record. All right, I'm going to share my screen with you. All right. Oh, I can't see you guys. That stinks. All right, so here is an inside look into online coaching, and it's health and fitness coaching. The main points that we're going to go over today, Kayla and I will introduce ourselves to you. We'll explain why we chose to use the Beachbody platform, how it has changed our lives. We'll look a little bit inside the life of coaching, the different benefits that you get for as a Beachbody coach outside of being just like a health and fitness coach on your own. And then what are some of your next steps that you want to take as far as being a Beachbody coach. So I here am Dr. Gabrielle Hoffman. I put the doctor in front of there because I finished my PhD I finished it in March and I graduated in May. So I did my PhD when I started this entire health and fitness coaching business and on my own journey. And one of the main reasons that I started on the journey was because I needed to find some kind of physical activity that helped me stay active and didn't take up a lot of time. So being a doctor and finishing that program was a big accomplishment for me personally, but it also impacted why I chose to do Beachbody programs as well as coaching, because it didn't take up too much time. I live in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, and I grew up in Erie, Pennsylvania, so I'm a Pennsylvania person, health and fitness coach. I teach middle school family consumer sciences, so I have a background in nutrition. I have a background in child development. I know Allie's working with children, so that's definitely a strong background of mine, is relating to other people and teaching, and it will probably just come out when I'm presenting this here. I'm also a track and field coach. I did track and field when I was in college, so leaving the world of fitness and being an athlete, I was a jumper and a hurdler. It's kind of hard to do those things when you leave that area of your life. So this has definitely created a community for me where I can reach out to other people who are ex-athletes and we get along. I love adventure. I love to travel, so I do have summers off, and I enjoy traveling. I have a hard time saying no to doing things, so I am going to Montana at the end of this month. We just planned it this weekend. So it's just, I love being able to travel and not having to have a concrete summer job. I managed a pool for a long time, and this health and fitness coaching has really given me the ability to do that. I am a wannabe distance runner. I have done a few half marathons in my life. I wish I could run all the time, and that was my natural fitness choice when I left college, but my body just couldn't maintain that, and I also love lifting weights. So Beachbody workout programs definitely spoke to me and to my personality. Despite the fact that I am a nutrition nerd, I also love my coffee, my espresso, my peanut butter, and a glass of wine every once in a while. As far as advice that I would give you just as a person in general and as someone who is considering being a health and fitness coach, is to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, it's really hard to believe in other people, and you believing in who you are and sharing your passion with other people definitely allows those individuals to also believe in themselves. Take chances. After being pestered by Megan, and I say pestered because that's the way I looked at it, after being pestered by Megan, I took a chance to be a health and fitness coach. I didn't say yes right away, and that was probably my biggest mistake. And I asked for his support. And when I say that, this team altogether is a very strong, we have a very strong faith background. So, when you look and you talk to people and you're nervous and you're fearful, you'll definitely look to your mentors, and many of your mentors are going to tell you to look to God and look for his support in what you do and his blessing, and he always has a plan for us. My other is to just trust others. you cannot live this life completely 100% by yourself. And it has been awesome to develop a community through the health and fitness business and developing trust for other people. So a little bit about me.
All right. So I am from Northeast Iowa, and I know that's way like how did Gabe and Kayla get hooked up? But I was out in Pennsylvania coaching for 2 years, and I actually coached with Gabe's dad. So he's the one that kind of connected us and always like told me about his daughter and everything and how we're such alike. And it just happened that one day Gabe reached out and was like, hey, my dad's telling me about you. And at the time, I was not going to jump into doing more. I was getting my MBA and I was coaching, and I just didn't feel comfortable doing more at that time. But eventually, I jumped onto one of these coach sneak peeks, and that's what it took, that I could see that anything's possible, that Gabe was getting her PhD at the time, and like, what am I over here saying that I don't have time? Like she was a full-time teacher, and she's getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning to do her workouts, and she's just being so consistent and sharing that passion, and always had energy, and had people joining her at all times. And why couldn't I do that? Why couldn't I be that ex-athlete that could share my passion too? Because I had that. It helped that she was a track and field coach too, and Sam, your track background, and kind of looking up at Megan, that used to be kind of an athlete background, and Allie, I don't know about you, but just having that passion, sharing your passion was my biggest thing. I didn't want to be that skeptic, that person that was salesy, jumping into people's DMs and stuff. I wanted to be someone that shared my passion, and naturally just came that way. So just kind of that's an advice, that your energy is contagious and people are going to attract to you. You don't have to be a salesperson in this job, hobby, job, whatever you want to call it. But my job is, I'm the head cross country and track coach at Waldorf University. So I am over about 50 to 60 athletes, and it is my job to coach them up every day. So of course I'm working with them all day, but this job is giving so much energy on the side that I absolutely love doing what I do. I officially became a health and fitness coach in March, so I'm relatively new to this compared to Megan and Gabe, but I've been loving it ever since, and been flourishing, and people around me are always like, what are you doing? Like, you have so much energy. How are you always motivated? I mean, that's kind of just inspires me for what I do. And I love to travel. If you go on my social media, I was just gone for a whole month on vacation. Like Gabe said, she was gone on vacation and going back on vacation. Megan travels all the time. It's kind of a glory that if this is what you love to do, you can do it. You can take it anywhere. Just like a lot of other people, I love my peanut butter. I love ice cream. And I'm just always active. I can't sit still, be I guess, stable. I want to be always striving for more. Advice, energy, just being a part of a team again, instead of an athlete out by myself. Being a part of a team, waking up in the morning, having other challengers already have their workout done at 4:30 in the morning, and you just feel behind. Like I have that competitive nature in me. I want to go when I wake up and other people are working out. Be fearless. You gotta take risk in life. Just if I would have never went on and did track in college, or if I would have never took the risk to go halfway across the country to get my master's, or to drop everything and come back and be a head track and field and cross country coach at a college at the age of 24. You got to be fearless, and you got to stretch your limits to be able to find the results, and also just take those risks. So that's kind of my story and my background going into this.
So why Beachbody? The work that we do as Beachbody coaches, and we all have selected Beachbody as a platform that we use. And Beachbody offers to us a lot of things that we don't have to do all the back work of doing things. Beachbody definitely promotes a you first mentality, and they put the focus on developing you as a person first, which I think is what is the most important thing. Like, many people come to us and say like, I can't be a coach right now because I need to focus on me. Well, being a coach really does put the focus on you first. And as you become a better all-around person with your own personal growth and your own personal fitness, you can give more to other people. And it really is about putting that focus directly on you through personal development, through your workouts, through your nutrition. The products are backed by tons of research. They work. We don't actually have to formulate the products. We don't have to problem solve through those things. There is research that has been done to completely make sure that these products are natural, that they have the best ingredients in them, and they work. There's regular products, there's vegan products, there's different supplements if you're looking to enhance your workout, if you're looking for more recovery. We also don't have to, like people say we don't want to be salesy, but we don't have to create ads. That's not our job. That is done for us, on the sides of like Facebook. It's done for us through Instagram. Like people are finding out, like you can talk to anyone and you say, oh, do you know P90X, or do you know Insanity, or do you know T25? Like most people know those programs, or they know who Shaun T is. And the reason they know who those people are, or those programs are, is because there are millions of dollars spent in ads that we don't have to do that work. So there is marketing being done for us, and we don't have to do it. So it saves us a lot of money and a lot of extra work. We also have training and support. So when you sign up as a coach, you get access to a ton of different trainings. The whole Team Beachbody website, you get a platform where you have information on every single product that is offered, an outline that is simple for you to go through, different videos. There are national wake-up calls or like podcasts every single week that you have access to. You will instantly belong to a community of not only my team and Kayla's team and Megan's team, but even a bigger team. We're all part of Lindsay Matway's team, which is is the top of all Beachbody coaches, and we gain access to all of her support. So we don't have to, if you sign up as a coach, we will give you access to modules, and you don't have to create those. You don't have to recreate the wheel. Those things are just handed to you, which is awesome. You get appreciated and recognized. And at the beginning, before we went live here, Megan was talking how she just recently got recognized as a team leader. She gets actual like goods, like she got a book bag, I believe. Kayla was just recognized as being an Emerald coach, and she's going to get this certificate. And it's just this big honoring system and like showing love to other people that you don't always get in other traditional jobs. At least as a teacher myself, we don't get that kind of promotion or those types of rewards for doing something well and being consistent. In addition, we're consistently expanding. Not only is Beachbody open to the US, but it's also open to Canada and the UK. So it is not like you will not have people to share your passion with and have sign off with you. There are tons of new outlets. As far as the Limitless platform, you have amazing friendships. There are new people who are just like you. You're making tons of different connections. I just got back from Indianapolis, where we were with like thousands of people who are Beachbody coaches. I've made friendships from Mexico that I went to in April. And these people who I've made connections with are becoming some of my very best friends. You are your own CEO, so you get to decide how hard you work, and you get to reap your benefits. If you choose to take a day off, you choose to take 3 days off, that is 100% your choice. Like, it's your business. You get to make those decisions for you. I know for me personally, and I know Kayla, there are days that we work our butts off, and then there are days that we take 100% off because we're traveling or we're doing something fun with family and friends. So you get those choices as a coach and a business owner. Kayla, do you want to go first?
Sure. So how it has changed my life. Before this, I was active. Yes, I was jumping from program to program. I had no why of what I was working out for, really. So it's just awesome to have workouts handed to me, because I'm the person that creates how many different workouts every single day for my athletes. I don't want to go out on the track and run 400s. So kind of just having a workout already based, and I know what I'm doing tomorrow and the next day and the next day, and I can do them anywhere and when I travel and at any time, and it's all from my computer. So just having that's been awesome to have, and also just having the accountability and having the challenge groups where I get done with the workout, I can post it, and you feel good about that, and you're sharing it and you're inspiring others through those actions. Before you would work out and nobody would know, and then oh, tomorrow nobody's gonna know if I never work out today, and you can get into that rut and you can become inconsistent, and it's just giving you that accountability but also motivation every day. My productivity has increased significantly. So when you have other people kind of holding you accountable but also leaning on you, or like, I know there's been times, or even I was at a wedding this weekend, and they're like, so what does a Beachbody coach eat? Like, I didn't even know these people knew that I did Beachbody, but they're watching you. They are kind of holding you accountable, but also what are you doing? They see if you are getting your workout done before I go in for 6 a.m. practice. They see if I didn't work out that day, they see what I'm all doing, and my productivity, just holding myself accountable and having that energy around me to keep me going, has really increased my energy at work and working with other people. I've just seen that impact my life significantly. Having a little freedom to do what I want, when I want, where I want. It's been awesome to be able to work this side hobby. I don't really call it a job because I love it. The work it anywhere this summer. I'm constantly doing coaching stuff too, and I'm constantly on the run all the time, but I can still have an somewhat little income coming in because it is still a side hobby. I'm so new to the business, but if you get to a full, some Beachbody coaches turn this into a full-time job, and it's totally possible. So just putting yourself out there and doing it, just getting the fulfillment from everybody from doing it, and also I'm getting a little extra cash for my traveling. So I'm one happy camper over here.
So Beachbody for me, I did not start it. Like, if you go and you do some research, you might see a lot of people do start being a Beachbody coach to gain some extra income. For me, it was more for my emotional well-being. I started it as far as the programs. I started because I was very depressed, and I was not in a very healthy spot in my life, and I needed something bigger than what I was doing. And from the outside, people would look in and see my life and think that everything was peachy keen and everything was great, but I was really I was in a mess. And my boyfriend bought my first workout program, and from there I started working out, and I did get results. And you don't see on my list, but I lost 19 pounds with workout programs. And through the workout programs and then becoming part of the Beachbody community, I gained a lot of support and accountability, and I gained my emotional health back. Being surrounded by a community of positive and uplifting individuals, Megan, my mentor, and other people with it, like my clients in my first groups, will never know how much they greatly impacted my overall emotional well-being by being part of my groups. So it really completely turned my life around. It made me happy. It made me put my faith back in the Lord. It gave me a reason not to quit. Every single year I'd get involved in working out, and I'd be gung-ho during the summertime. And then I'd hit my busy time of the busy schedule, which is pretty much December through June. And it was track season where I was teaching, coaching, and going to school working on my PhD. And I'd give up on myself. I would quit working out because I didn't have time. I didn't have time to go to the gym, and I would let that go. So I'm happy to say that, Beachbody over the past 2.5 years provided me the opportunity not to do those things. I have stuck to programs. I've been able to make things work. I've created more time for myself because I'm not driving to the gym. Now, you can still do these programs at a gym, I tell people, but I lost the gym membership. I wasn't traveling back and forth, so I created a lot more time for myself. I love being able also to lead and to learn. I obviously just completed my PhD, so I am I love learning. So you can give me anything to learn. You can give me the opportunity to lead other people. And I will jump at that. I love new challenges. I threw a quote at the bottom of the slide that just kind of shows that like you become a better person, you rise to a challenge. And for me, that has been huge. In addition, I love the fact that I get to work on myself and I get to try different personal development. I get to listen to books. I get to read books. I would have never even thought about using like Audible, as silly as that sounds, but you learn so much and you gain so much knowledge that doesn't even just relate to the health and fitness business, but it relates to you as a person and in life. And that has been just amazing for me. This summer I was able to purchase what I would call my dream car. And one of the main reasons that I was able to comfortably do that was because I have been consistently working my health and fitness business for a while, and it has created enough side income for me that I could do something a little bit more lavish than I would have done if I wasn't doing this.
All right. So what we do on a daily basis, kind of the biggest thing is sharing your journey. So you're going to have access to all these workouts depending on what you want to do. It's totally up to you. So you can make it your own. Just follow your desire to help people, to promote the products, be a product of the product. So just make sure you're sharing your journey of working out. Be real with them of, hey, this morning I got more response if I would say, I don't know if you can hear me, I got internet instability here. I got more response if I said that this morning was rough, like I couldn't get a great workout in. They connect to that. People connect to that. Invest in yourself, invest in yourself with time, personal development, learning more about yourself with leading, just sharing your story, add value on social media, and you're constantly going to connect with others, whether you're reaching out, whether they're reaching out to you. Just put yourself out there, and hopefully you're able to impact people's lives. That's what our main job is, and that's what I love about it, and that's kind of the daily life of us and what we do. Gabe, you want to add anything?
No, yes? I think that's good. I think you have to just be you. And I know a lot of people fear the fact of like, oh, I don't post on social media, I don't post like on Instagram. But truly, it starts it's a subtle progress. And I know, like, even when I started, I maybe put, like, before I started as a Beachbody coach, I didn't post on social media. Like, I went back trying to find, like, pictures before, like, my weight transformation, and there are no pictures on social media of me before I lost the weight because I just didn't do that. And it's just been a slow progress. And I think, as scary as it is, as soon as you start getting people who walk up to you and say, oh my gosh, you turned my day around because of this that you shared, you slowly start to realize the impact that you have. And as little as certain things are that you share with some people, like, it really does help transform certain people's lives. And if you look at sharing your life on social media and sharing your life just in general with people, I mean, some of my first clients I received just by personal interaction, just sharing my life, and you're just impacting people's lives. And it's a slow process sometimes when it comes to impacting people's lives, but you're doing it.
Yes.
As far as benefits, one of the major benefits as being a health and fitness coach, especially a Beachbody health and fitness coach, is you are your own boss. You get to decide the hours that you work. You get to decide how much time you put into it. You get to decide your own goals. I don't decide Kayla's goals. Kayla decides her own goals, and she gets to move at the pace that she wants to move at. Megan doesn't decide my goals. Megan's my mentor. I decide my own goals. Does she sometimes pull me along? Yes, but you get to decide where you want to go. When I dug into my PhD and I really hit I decided I was finishing, there was a month that I put my business, I still worked it, but I just didn't work it as hard. But I get to make those choices, and I understand what that's going to reap and what the results are going to be. So this can be a 6-figure business for you if that is what you want. This can be something that just helps you stay accountable and you help a person every once in a while. It is completely your choice. This business provides accountability and consistency for you. That has been the biggest thing, one of the biggest things for me. I have stuck through workout programs for 2.5 years straight. I haven't had like the 3 months to 6 months off because of track and field season. It's silly what posting a check mark on a board or posting a picture does for people. And to this day, because I have become so consistent on social media, people who aren't even involved with like my Beachbody, aren't even my customers, they notice when I like haven't posted something. I'll like, they'll run into me and be like, oh, you didn't work out this morning. I'm like, oh, I did. I just didn't post it yet. Like, hang on. But it's really cool when that kind of thing happens. And then you get to become probably in the best physical and, in my case, the best emotional shape of your life. And you have people who are lifting you up nonstop. You, as far as clients and customers, it is your responsibility, if you really want to work the business aspect of this, to reach out to individuals and ask them if they are interested. It is just like saying like, hey, I just went to this awesome restaurant, you should check it out. It's just like, hey, I'm doing this awesome workout program. Would you be interested in doing this workout program with me? That's the way most of us look at that. We look at developing relationships with individuals, and when they're ready, they're ready. And you're sharing your journey, and that's how you get your customers. But you also are giving customers, as you grow in your business. Beachbody, people go online and just sign up for like Shanti's workouts, and Beachbody gives you some of those customers, so that's pretty awesome. You get to travel. This is one of the major perks for me. I went to Mexico in April, and that was a kind of like you earn that trip through Beachbody if you've done so many things well, and it helped pay for it. So it was an all-inclusive hotel for 4 days for me and a guest, and that was, the majority of it was paid for except for my airfare by the company, which is something that has never happened to me. I have never been to an all-inclusive resort ever in my entire life. I highly recommend it after I've done it. I didn't think it would be worth it, but it just opened my eyes. I've been to New Orleans, I've been to Nashville, I've been to Indianapolis, I've been to Mexico. This next year there is a cruise. So I just get to travel not only with the company, but also on my own. It gives me a little bit of money to do that. There are conferences, there are trainings, there are outlets for personal growth. As a team here, we all help each other out, like, hey, check out this video, this is really awesome. And like I said before, like the personal growth and the personal development and the trainings that we're involved in aren't always just Beachbody related. They go well beyond the doors of the Beachbody community and make you a much better person inside and out. You have the ability to make money. That is as much as you want based on how hard you work. Discounts, if you fall in love with the programs and the products, you do get a discount on products, which is definitely a positive thing for many of us who get a few shipments a month of different types of products. But it also is a complete mindset shift, and you become a completely different person. When I look back to the person who I was 2.5 years ago, who sometimes couldn't even get off the couch because I was just not in the right place, to the person who I am now, like reaching out to people, happy most of the time. Like I have my bad days, but I understand how to handle it, and I'm repeating my personal development in my head to try to pull myself through those things that I wasn't doing before.
Yes. So kind of the next steps, like ask yourself, why not me? If others can do it, I can too. And that was the biggest probably step that I took when I got into this, is if Gabe can do it, and she's a track coach, she's in season, she's getting her PhD, she's a full-time job, I can do that too. Yes, I work in season. There's weeks I work 60 hours a week, but I still did this. And this is kind of what kept me sane. You know, it was kind of my mental aspect of it is that I get to go and help people, and I get to work out, and I get to be still an example and love myself that way. So like, don't sit back, don't watch people do it. Take the risk, go after it, connect with your coach that invited you, and get plugged in and get going. We have a challenge group in a week starting up, and I'm letting Sam kind of jump in and get her feet wet in that as a new coach. And anybody else that's listening to this right now or later, let's do this together. It's a whole team. You're not in this alone, and it's kind of take that risk and see what happens. Nobody knows what's going to happen. So yeah, go ahead.
And ask yourself some questions like, what if you decided to make yourself a priority? What if you decided to choose to dial in on your fitness, dial in on your nutrition, and then share that with the world and see what happens? Nothing bad can happen from that. Only greatness can happen. What if you decide to create the life of your dreams? Things started, I'm gonna tear up. But things kind of this summer have come to realization for me. I made a vision board, and finishing my PhD was on my vision board. Creating a team of leaders is on my vision board. And the people who I chose and I asked to come to these things today are people who I want on my team, people who I get excited about and I want to spend time with, and I know that they can become these awesome leaders. So create your life, create your dreams. I purchased my dream car. I know my mentor Megan is living her dream life. She said goodbye to teaching. She said goodbye to her other aspects of her life, and she is doing this now full time and gives herself a lot of freedom in order to do other things that she wanted to do in her life. What if you were to be immersed in a community of love and support? And that has been the most rewarding aspect for me, is just being surrounded by people who don't put you down and aren't negative, and they're happy and they're there to lift you up and well, that stinks, but look at this awesome thing that's going on. What if you were able to make money doing something that you loved? And this for me started as a hobby, and it has developed more into the business aspect. But it is something that I absolutely love. And my last words to you before we kind of open up for questions is, the biggest thing that holds a lot of people back is fear of failing. And you won't fail. Not on this team. We won't allow you to fail, because we're there to walk you through every step of the way. If you are ready to take the big leap, we're here for you.
So true.
Let me stop sharing my screen, maybe.
Yeah.
As I show you all my. Yeah.
So Allie or Sam, are there any questions that you have right now?
And is Allison, is Allison Arfanos? Maybe?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Questions?
So what are the next steps? How do you become a coach then?
Okay. Great question. So we'd sit down, and our coaches, we set up basically just we would walk you through the same steps that you set up, a challenger, which would be someone we call our customers or clients a lot of times challengers. But we would set you up with a fitness nutrition bundle, where you'd get all your information, so you get all that access. You also gain access, we'll set you up with a coach office. And if you sign, if you become a coach with the bundle, you don't pay a fee to get your initial back, your office. And you get a back office, and we get you set up in trainings. And we will, Megan said, we will get you started in helping us with challenge groups, which is our, we run fitness and nutrition groups every single month. And you get to start sharing with other people and asking one person to join you. Hey, And it usually is go to friends, go to family, and don't be discouraged if your friends and family at first are like, oh, no. But we encourage you to try to find one person to bring into the group. And if you don't, we have plenty, like there are people there, and you just get to try your hand at coaching and sharing like this new knowledge that you're gaining. And the awesome thing is you don't have to be an expert. We all learn together. Like, people will post questions and I'm like, especially because I have a lot of clients who have children and I don't have children. So I like lean on, like I will jump on to someone else who I know has children and say, hey, what do you think about this? That kind of thing. So we all work together and you can't really go wrong. Did that kind of answer?
Yeah.
It's pretty easy, Allie, I guess Allison was the new one. When I got signed up, you have so much access to the product and talking about what you want to do. Is kind of just choosing what kind of program you want to do and just start sharing your story. So that was kind of my biggest jump, was because I wasn't used to being on social media almost every day. And here you're already blogging. So you got that down already. So it's just, hey, I'm doing this program. Does anybody want to join me? Like mom, dad, sister, brother, like, can you come and help me do this for the first 3 weeks, and then it just starts growing. It becomes pretty natural.
My other question is like, okay, so is there like a fee to sign up?
So you won't have if you'll sign up with the like bundle of nutrition and workouts, and you'll purchase that, and then you will have a $16 fee every month to maintain your like coach office, and give you, basically what that does is it gives you all the background information on all the products, it gives you training, and gives you a place to go. So your monthly fee will be $16, which in the end you do make. So everything you, like, we didn't say anything, but everything you sell, you do make commission on everything that you sell. So most of the time, if you sell one thing, like, that's taken care of.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, when someone does want to join, if they're like just interested in trying it out, or like because I noticed when you can get the app and then just buy like a month or certain months on just the app by yourself. So I guess like if someone asks, well, doing like the benefit of joining a team versus just buying the app and doing the workouts, or like cost of someone just joining on our team and everything like that. Just thinking about like if someone, the first person that is kind of interested, like the first things you kind of tell them when they're first interested.
Yes, and Sam, on that Beachbody links, you can go on there. There are different packages. So if somebody just wants to do 21-day fix or something like that, just one program, you can send them that.
Okay.
Or there's like a 3-month of Beachbody on demand if they don't want to go for a whole year. But lately I've just been, hey, a whole year is pretty cheap. If you're thinking about gym memberships and everything else and having access to 700 plus workouts and everything, I set them up with a full year just so they have that and they can go ahead with it. But yeah.
And can you have someone join your team and not buy any of the products and everything right away?
So what I do, I try to get them locked in, and I present the nutrition and fitness bundle as a pack, and that's pretty much my first presentation to everyone. You can get right now the 3-month nutrition and fitness bundle for $140, and you can get the full year for $160, which when you break it down, it's like Kayla said, it's pretty inexpensive. So that's where I start. If they're adamant and you can tell that they are just not going to, like, they're not going to hit, like, that's not right for them, I then like find out, do they just want nutrition? Do they just want fitness? Where are they working right now? And then I kind of go that route. And then if they're like not ready to even spend a dime at all, your expertise is valuable. And that is one thing that I know Megan has definitely taught me. You will learn, like, as you gain more customers, your expertise is valuable. And you can only help so many people a day, and you have to help the people that are paying you, but no one's ever actually paying you. You're just making commission. So I present it as, you sign up for this like 3 months of Beachbody On Demand, you get me for life, and you knock off the nutrition, and that, like, I think that's like $35 or $40, and most people will do that. There is a free Beachbody link, and they get 14 days, and then they have to make sure that they don't allow it to bump into that 3 month for Beachbody On Demand, and they get limited access to some workout programs. So I always say, if there's someone who is working and wants to do something, you give them that link so that they're automatically connected to you. Because what often happens is someone, like, they're listening to you and they're learning from you, and then they're almost embarrassed to reach out again and ask for more information. So then they like go and buy something on their own. And you automatically, when you buy something on the Team Beachbody website, you are given, like when I was talking, you're given a coach. So if you buy something, you're automatically given a coach.
Okay.
So they'll get a coach and it won't be you. So you want them to be signed up under you.
Okay.
In some way connected.
Yeah. So they don't have to do like the whole entire package. Even if they wanted to do just like the 3 month on demand thing, they could still be part of your team, but just do that to start or something.
Yeah, and I'm a strong believer that you have to work with the person, and people, you're going to hear both from different coaches. Like, some people will only sell the bundle packs. I think a customer is a customer. It's a heart that I'm ready to fill.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Any other questions?
What do you find, I know I've asked Kayla this before, but what you find like the most success on reaching out to people? Is it a lot of just like the Instagram, doing the stories every day and stuff?
My greatest success is individually reaching out to people and getting to know them. Megan, what's yours?
Yeah, both. I would say Instagram right now is really awesome because we are in probably the best time, I think, ever to be running with this business and to have this platform, because more and more people want something that they can do from the convenience of their own home. So I'd say it depends, Sam, if you when you narrow down your niche, like if there's certain people that you know you relate to, Instagram has been where I have found the most of my cool market, meaning like I never knew them before, but I've met the most amazing people through Instagram. I would say Facebook is where I meet or I get the people that I already know, if that makes sense. So like people I played college hockey with or friends, like I usually connect with them via Facebook. It's weird. But then on Instagram is where I get most of my cool market, people I've never known before. Because Instagram's more, Instagram stories, if you stay consistent with that, and Kayla and Gabe both do that, that does add up. So you won't see it at first, but that will add up. And if you use the polls and the different options there, that always, I get a lot of people that way. So I guess, there's no right or wrong. Like, you're going to find it and try different things as a new coach. But I'd say Instagram has been one of my better, that's what I kind of tend to lean towards.
Okay.
What about you, Kayla?
I think Instagram more. Like Facebook, yes, you have your warm market of people that know you. It's a lot of like high school to me. It's a lot of relatives. So those are ones that are, I don't know, kind of people I haven't reached out in a long time. But Instagram is more of anybody. I get more associated with people of fitness because hashtags are so huge right now that they'll look up like Fuel Your Body. I found out, like, if you look at your like stories, who's looked at it, Fuel Your Body is a hot hashtag right now. You know, if you put that on there, you have like an instant 300 views, and people just start watching you that way. And you'll randomly get a couple people that reach out, or you can reach out to people that use the same hashtags you have, or you put your location in your stories, and people are like, oh, who's this girl in town that's doing this? You know, so Instagram, I think, is more able to reach out to more people.
And let me just say that, like, Kayla, Megan, and I, like, we're not experts. We have all learned, like, to use hashtags, to add our locations. We have learned that by putting headphones in our ears when we're folding laundry, putting headphones in our ears when we're, like, walking down the road or driving our car, and listening to just, like, we, like, throw out different, like, personal development type things. Like, so you will learn those things. And I mean, Allie, you might, and Sam, you guys are a generation below me, so you might already know those things. Like, Instagram was, like, brand new to me, but we're not experts. We learn together. And, like, I'll say, like, hey, have you guys tried doing, like, adding the new music too on Instagram? Like, have you done that yet? Like, we'll bounce ideas off of each other. I feel like Megan and Kayla are the two people who I text message the most often.
Yeah.
Allison, do you have any questions?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even know you could hear me this whole time.
Before you were muted.
Oh, I have no idea how to do this. Sorry, and I don't know how to put the video on, but I've been listening.
You're good.
No,
Questions?
I don't really have any questions right now. Just listening.
Just listening. We can't see your beautiful face.
I was pressing start video. I'll figure it out sometime.
We'll figure it out just as we, like, finish the call.
And for you guys, Gabe and Megan and I are all resources. So if you think of more things after this, I know instantly after my last coach sneak peek, I was like messaging Gabe right away, you know, and if there's anything along the way, we're always here. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. And like I said, we have a challenge group starting up in a week. And if you want to, that's a great way to get your toes wet. That's how I started in and kind of started leading that way. I felt more comfortable jumping in and doing it with other coaches than doing one myself and only bringing one person along. So it's a growing process, but it's an awesome journey, and I would love for as many people to be a part of it as possible. So, but all right, I guess.
All right. Well, I know Kayla will be in touch with Sam. I'll be in touch with Allison and Allie. Thank you for giving us your time here. I hope it was a benefit for you, and we look forward to working with you.
Yes, yeah. So have a great night, everybody.
Thank you, girls.
Yeah. Bye.